All right, we're back. We're back. Let's talk about Mercy Chinwo. Just in case you're not familiar with Mercy Chinwo, she's a gospel star, and she's a gospel star in Nigeria. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, excess love, oh, something like that. She's the crooner behind excess love crooner. But the producer behind it is Easy Concept, EezeeTee, Dr. Ezekiel. They've been dragging themselves on the internet because of royalties. And of course, a young man by the name of drum roll has chimed in, and that's very the dark man. Somebody said very dark brain.
Very dollars man.
Very dollar man.
Boy.
He's decided to chime in on the conversation, and all the rattle, they swear up and down is logical, but somehow is the one that took sides and is emotional about it.
No.
So we've covered it at length here. I'm not going to go back and forth, and we just want to do a quick catch-up update. Chiye says, Ola, she loves you with the love of God. Who loves me with love of God? Who we talking about? Oh, it's not a she. It's a man. It's a man. The comments. She's talking about the comments.
Oh, okay.
The comment I was reading, that's what Chiye is talking about. So I'm going to read the comment again. I love you, sir. I think it's a man. It says the preacher 3726.
Stop saying this, sir.
Say I love you, sir. I think it's just a Niger boy. Niger boys will do you, sir, and they will disrespect you.
And they will disrespect you. Keep your sir to yourself.
Anyway, say, but you are not supposed to make a video on a topic you don't have a lot of information about. There's a lot that has happened between the two of them that you seem not to know, but you are already trying to take a side. Testimony Jagger is also not close to Easy Concept or Mercy Chinwo, so he also doesn't have much to say. I think you should do a lot of research before you comment on a topic as this, because this borders on the body of Christ and humanity at large. I think he said love and peace, but somehow that got cut off. Anyway, what are your thoughts about that comment so far?
It's the sir that attracted me first.
The sir, like he was coming.
I mean, see, everybody is saying their own part, just that mainly there have been a large number of people that just want to, this to be settled, right? And they are not taking side. But of course, you will see some that will take side and all of that. And my own stand is always like, if I'm not there, I can only try to be fair in my, whatever I want to say, because really you don't know the truth.
Yes.
And both of them coming out to talk will talk based on whatever that will favor them, because if they really want this to be settled, there is a way to go about it without coming online. So really, this uncle that is using sir up and down also do not know what happened, and everybody's just speculating.
Yep.
To the best that we could.
Yes. So I do shout out to Being Real George. Do you watch Being Real George?
Oh, I watch that guy all the time. He went on VeryDarkMan. Like, what are you talking about?
In fact, this would be a good time because
let
me see something. Maybe I should play that one, because he did a video today that I thought was a fantastic response. I'm actually rooting for him to continue to answer to VeryDarkMan until VeryDarkMan drags in, so he can get his next 100,000 subscribers easily.
He's doing a lot of jobs.
Yeah, I think
that'll be nice. It is not possible for you to agree with someone 100%. There's some aspects that I might agree with. There's some aspects that you might not. But over the year, I see that it always comes from the place of wanting to balance equation or something. Not really because they want to,
exactly
back someone.
Exactly. See, you can agree and disagree, or agree and disagree with what do you call it, with the person who is doing an analysis.
Yes.
But if it's an analysis, your disagreement is probably more likely going to fall on dry land, because they are analyzing. They are already they're already not taking sides. So now for me it's very easy to think I'm taking sides because I'm analyzing one person's viewpoint. without necessarily listening to the other side.
Yeah.
I'm picking apart patterns in the way they structure their sentences, their
Yeah.
thought process. For example,
And
what I
probably
picked
that
up.
would be Ezekiel because he's the one coming across like that.
And before Mercy said anything, right? Now, the fact that Mercy cried, yes, it can be interpreted as emotional manipulation because at the end of the day,
Both
it's
of them
business and
are
money.
come across like manipulator then because the
Yes.
guy, remember, Easy also was talking in this gathering of people saying when you make
Yeah,
sex,
no, he
send your,
started it.
so
He
yeah,
started, no, his own is definitely, I've already declared that here from day one before I
yeah,
heard Mercy.
yeah,
He was
yes.
definitely
I was
emotionally
at the video.
manipulating. Yes.
Yeah.
I gave Mercy a pass because she's a woman and she's talking about something dear to her and
Yeah,
she
so
cried.
it's possible that she cried. Yeah.
Now, the part where she started to talk about the paid bloggers to drag her and what's his name, Nathaniel Bassey, because of the baby, right? That they say that she slept with Nathaniel Bassey and stuff like that. That part is also manipulation unless she has proof of it. I said that also when I analyzed it, But most people are focused on dragging. I won't say most, but a lot of people are also focused on dragging Mercy Chinwo. One thing I've noticed about people that are focused on dragging Mercy Chinwo is that they don't like that musicians charge or get paid in church. Oh Lord. I can relate with this one because I'm a musician in church. I haven't gotten paid in church since 2000 and I think it must have been 2007. Last time I got paid in church. I still play in church. I'm still a music director in church. I stopped primarily because of a part of that is my mindset as well. Like, I was raised, we're all raised to frown at two things, even though it's our reality. You want to guess what they are?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah, what they are is sex and money. We're all raised to frown at sex and money, even though it's our reality, right? Those that are also celibate and those that are virgins, that thing is literally about sex. It's your reality. You are literally fasting from sex, right? So same thing, if you are fasting from food, you don't want to touch a certain type of food or something. Why? Because it is also a type of drug, right? So I also have the same mindset. So anything that looks like mixing God and money is a little iffy and spooky, as some people put it. Like, why would you want to collect money, something you're supposed to do for God, right? I put it to you like this. That is manipulative spirit that says people cannot get paid for doing the work of God. That is emotionalism at its finest. Because all the resources that are going to be used in either serving God or serving God's people cost money. Now, each individual gets to choose how far they want to go with it, how much of charity they want to do, but it's called charity. That is still about money. Each individual gets to choose how far they want to go with it. So when somebody jumps out there before the other person talks at all, and the first thing they want to say, all these so-called men, you are trying to manipulate us. I don't need to listen to the other side of the story to tell you that one for free. What happened? Tell us the rest of the story. Why are you shaming your partner, your once upon a time business partner that you guys made money together? Same thing would be true if it was a marriage. Once upon a time you were having sex, good old full-blown out sex with this person. What happened? Where's the rest of the story? If you don't do that, you're just, it's public platform. No, you're manipulating us. And it's not going to work. Not with me, it's not going to work. And that's what I called out first. So when Mercy Chinwo came back with, you don't like Derieze, that's also manipulation. She didn't need to record that video. It wasn't necessary. She has such a powerful brand she never needed to answer is EezeeTee. EezeeTee is a person who doesn't have a, I think he's been lucky thus far. It's time for him to actually gather some skills with regards to especially PR, public relations. And that's what I called out. But VeryDarkMan decided to chime in on the conversation. Of course, I think VeryDarkMan is trying not to, he doesn't want to answer to, he doesn't want to make being real judge popular. I think that's a great mistake. I think he should just do us all a favor and get this young man. Be Real Judge has about he has, I don't know, 100,000 subscribers or so, maybe 150, I'm not sure now, but something like that. He's done well, but it's okay if you drag him so he can get to the next 100,000. Let's do that. So let's listen to this. This is how he responded to, because VeryDarkMan video is going to play here in a second, so listen in.
Difference between investigation and analysis.
They're going to carry all these small children influencer where claims that they do analysis for where I did. You people know.
Just mention his name now. Just call his name. What small children? Just mention his name.
Influencer where claims that they do analysis for where I did. You people know my level in this on this internet at all? Are you people mad? When I don't know the level when I did, don't you know the level that I am? If I talk for this country now, no be mouth. If I talk, even the president said no say I no lie. There's nobody that you bring when VeryDarkMan talk. We're going to say na lie.
All right. So, what do people like the most about VeryDarkMan? He tells it as it is. He tells the truth. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. Right? He's a truth teller. Chie, how far are you? Did how's your Saturday going? He's a truth teller. That's what most people love about him. Who am I to discount a truth teller? Who am I? A whole me. Oh Lord. Analysis. Let's keep going.
The only thing they will tell you, they'll say he's sentimental. He doesn't like women. Who are the How can I live without women?
So this guy, I don't want him to drag me there. Okay. He used his own mouth to tell the whole world that he wanked men for money before. And then he has the audacity to ask us, who are the F? What kind of, how would I know? What kind of stupid question is that? The only person I've seen around you in these videos that you're popular for is Coco P. He's another man. And I'm not suggesting anything, but how would I know? Wait till you the F. Anyway, if you drag us, so we have nothing to lose but to gain.
Explain. Oh, blessed they never tell you now. Oh God. You don't ask yourself, say, why VeryDarkMan never ever entered a relationship before? They know me. So I am strong because I am contented. Now, back to the message, CHINWO. Now, please.
Did he just try to put himself on a pedestal? Oh my God. I can't believe that this day will come.
We go explain because no evidence.
Actually, we don't care if you have relationships or who you the F or not. All we care about these talking points that some of us have seen through. Some people are waking up because of this message where they are saying clearly, why are you dragging her? Why are you taking sides? You know they listen. So he's not listening. You know, anybody who can't listen, they can't help. You know, if they help, anything is short term. It's not going to last, and that's what we're seeing right now.
If you want to go and send them message, if you want to type in her page, you can ask her that where is part 2. She has posted part 1. Talking about the easy concept. When I eventually contacted that guy, when me and him started the talk.
Okay, another thing confirmed. He contacted the guy. Do I need to hear the other side of the story to know this? Jum, you're muted though. You want to talk?
I'm not. You make me listen to this guy. I can't remember the last time I heard his voice. God is my witness. I don't listen because it reduces my IQ anytime I listen to him. Which one? Did you know who I am? Who are you? Are you crazy? If not that all these stupid people that have given you all these. I mean, his fans are here. Let me not. I don't want to do back and forth, but
If you
I
are his
don't
fan, I
need
will
to
drag
be.
you along because I want you to go and report me to him so he can drag us.
Me, no, I don't. Did you see how it started? Like, this is
Mhm.
not about you. I will always say that. Did you know who I am? Your president even know who I am? When I
All
contact him,
these
he
small,
does
small
not have
children.
any job. Why did you contact him? Then
Yeah.
when you contact him, you cannot. If you're trying to
I
be
mean,
fair,
he
like you
just told
say,
us, he's been telling us anything I've ever said about Very Dark Man is something he told us with his own mouth.
yes, MOP.
Hmm.
When I made my comment in the at the first time, I
Right.
said everybody that have tried to, not everybody, some have tried to be fair. If he's trying to find justice to this as a justice fighter that he is, you contacted Easy, contact Mercy as well to understand and bring
Yeah.
out what the problem. But you are not
I'm
after
not a
peace.
judge. Yeah.
You are not after peace. You just want to take a side, and
Oh,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
side is the side of Easy. So with the fact that he's the one that contacted him, I don't
Hmm.
care. Still don't care. We never care. Bye.
Well, wait now, wait. So he
No, I'm
contacted
not
him.
going. I'm here.
Let's hear what he has. Let's hear what he got from it.
The only thing when I tell him say, give me evidence. When he brought one or two evidence, I said okay.
Wait, oh, the integrity thing is coming up right now. Wait.
Mm.
Okay.
I said, see, my brother, the worst thing you can do is to lie.
This is
Trying
how
to
they get you.
establish credibility. This is him
This is
trying to establish credibility. Like,
this.
oh, you
Yep.
told me all the truth. No, because I'm a fool.
That's all you have to do. That's all you
No,
want to get people. Just tell them I'm telling you the truth. Don't lie to me.
no,
Oh, I
that's
will
not
never
enough.
lie. I am the king of integrity.
No,
I
that's
am.
not enough.
That's
Mm-mm.
all it takes to get the crowd, especially if they are hungry.
Which part be your own fault? Which part be your own fault?
Which part be your own fault?
No,
We
so
play
he's the
equal.
one to talk about his own fault. Oh dear, oh dear,
Let
oh dear.
let's do equal.
Okay.
Balance. I've told you guys here before. I don't do balance. We do one person at a time. Your responsibility, what to do for yourself, how you take care of yourself, how you nurture your brain, your mindset.
Mm.
That's all I focus on here. The rest of it, if you can't do that, you will end up in court. They will help you in court.
Yes.
You will end up in child support. If you can't do your own part, how you're going to influence this person to be on your side, or vice versa, the other way around, is one way at a time. We've talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know how people say, it's two way. I said, I know what you're trying to say, but really, this is just a one way at a time. It might be an
Yeah.
interaction, but it's an interaction. It's not a simultaneous two way. Stop waiting for other people to equally meet you on an equal ground before you have sense.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me what your own fault is and the other fault. So it's not going to tell you. A person in their right mind will tell you how they are at fault.
Did they even know? This is a very stupid
Do they
question to
even
ask.
know?
Do they even know? They didn't
Because
know what
if
they
I
are
know I
done
was at fault, I would have
previously.
corrected it.
Yeah, yeah, see, who are you see? See your role model in the mud. Mm.
If you could ask me and I can answer you, anybody who say, it's my fault too, sometimes they're still being manipulated by their
Please,
emotions.
thank you. One bottle of beer for you.
That's why when my clients come to me, I was saying that earlier on, when they say, I know my fault, don't worry about your fault. It's not you that will
Yeah.
tell me your fault. It's not
Mm-hmm.
you. I'm not worried about your
Mm-hmm.
fault. Tell me how you feel. Tell me what's
Yeah.
going on. What do you feel? Do you feel somebody hurt you? Tell me the hurt
Mm-hmm.
you're feeling. What are the goals you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to involve another person, but I want to
Yeah.
know how you authentically feel. If you're telling me sometimes I'm fault, maybe my mouth is too much sometimes. Who told you that? How did you learn that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know. I just know myself. So why are you talking to me? You should have just corrected it.
Yeah. If you know yourself that much. Mm-hmm.
So it's bullshit when people say, I know my own fault. Why did you tell me your own fault? Oh, come and tell me. Anytime people say I'm telling the truth, it's mostly bullshit. Let me just tell you right now. Okay? Mm-hmm. So we don't care about truth? No, we know. But you have to look at other things to know truth. Results, time, pattern. Patterns will tell you truth. Their actions will tell you the truth. Not their mouth. The mouth will tell you a lie. Or tell you what you want to hear.
Cut the long story short, I only told him, I said, see, our advice that you people should look for a way to go and settle yourself outside of court. But the guys still they shout, she cheated me, they arrested me, they detained me, they forced me to give them money. Now wait till they pay the guy.
So wait till, if it's truth, what he just said right now, if it's actually the truth, then everything I said about EezeeTee from day one is true. If he would actually give a VeryDarkMan audience, they cheated me, they did that, what they did to me is unfair. Meaning a person who is obsessed with fairness.
Yeah. That means he's not even at the place of settlement yet.
He's not a negotiator. He's not negotiating.
Yeah.
He's a person who thinks somebody is out to destroy them.
Yes.
It's a person who is playing the victim.
So there's no settlement in view at all.
No.
Thinking, oh, they did this to me. Like, this is someone that I really want to pursue. Like, he's not ready for.
He's looking for sympathy. That's all he's looking for. And he wants, and he might be looking for sympathy, but he doesn't have money to pay right now too. And he resents the fact that he could be dragged through court. They owe him. It's a person operating from a place of pride.
Yeah.
So he's using his mouth. He's telling us, after defending him, after dragging Mercy for a few days.
Yeah.
So now Being Real Judge got to him. Because he was talking about Being Real Judge, that analysis thing he just said. Because Being Real Judge was going viral on Linda AKG and Instablog Niger.
Yeah, I saw him there.
That's what he saw. That's why he was throwing shots at him when he said analysis in the beginning. So now that has touched his own emotions now. So now he's doing shalaye to us.
The same people that say, oh, you say you're emotional, and now you are being emotional.
Now you're being emotional.
They said that you are doing, now you're doing it. Very senseless boy.
Now it's now telling us shalaye. So everything we already knew, he came out and blew it out of proportion. And then, in spite of the power of attention that this boy has, it's not enough. He still needed to come and do shalaye for us because a small YouTuber.
For a while. He's been quiet.
Yeah, he went quiet because he made a boo-boo. You know what he said? He said they did. He said they did. I'll see if I can play it. He said they did. They did a verbal contract in 2017. He just mixed it up, and it's something that Being Real Judge said that really got that was just like, this guy is. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's analyzing something he knows not. They said maybe they did a verbal contract into a whole person's career. You're doing verbal contract, and then you see a bunch of dumbos on Instablog Niger, and they say, there is such a thing as verbal contract. You'll be the one to tell me there's a verbal contract.
Yeah.
Will you sign your whole life away with a verbal contract, you dumbass?
What I'm saying is, it's been a while that he doesn't jump on viral story. It's been quite a while. So this story is like a very...
He was going to jump on it and drag it.
To jump on it, like we always do, without really wanting to, bring peace to both parties, but just want to blow his ego and then become more popular in the eyes of his, followers.
He said, I would advise
as a judge or lawyer that he is,
that you guys do this. Well, you're advising.
Who are you?
It's not your fault. It's the person that consulted with you. So easy. So it looks like, okay, I'm not dragging Mercy because there's not much to drag Mercy with. The only thing I wouldn't have done is I wouldn't have brought Jerry Eezee's or Nathaniel Bass's name into it. In fact, I wouldn't have done the video. The statement was perfectly good enough. That was good enough. That's how you play. It will hurt. If she stuck with just the statement, it will hurt more. Yeah. But she did the video. Once you start talking and then they join the video, you could tell they were trying to paint a picture.
Herself too. She tell on herself.
Yeah, she did. So it's a messy situation. No pun intended. Right? But it is what it is. But the person who was the larger person had more responsibility from what we can see so far is the record label owner. You signed a contract and you're holding back $250,000 plus, half a $250,000 that you admitted that you've paid back, and in your right mind you're comparing it to $3,500. Like, I don't understand. Like, what are you talking about? You know. So for me, it wasn't about. It was like, okay, this guy is trying to manipulate public. Of course, but this one jumped on it, and then made a whole mess out of it, and then tried to drag the woman, and then you're surprised that they're saying you hate women. I don't know what you. Every single opportunity you get, the way you drag women is obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious. He's to be fair to him, he's dragged other people like UB Franklin. UB Franklin is still out there doing shalaye too, but it's okay.
If I read out the message this morning, if I read out the message, they for this one why they take do TikTok, I can read it out for you people. The man is emotional, but there's no problem.
Do tell. What do you mean emotional?
Just as he is emotional.
What do you say?
I said just as he is emotional. Two emotional people.
They're all emotional now. The least emotional person in all of this is Mercy.
Yeah.
She's the least emotional in this. I saw some other videos. Some people went to radio station. They were taking sides and stuff like that. But it doesn't even matter to me. The court has the final say on this.
Yes.
When it comes to the
judge, contract binding.
That's it.
It's only judge that can speak to.
That's it. That's it.
Except if they willingly want to settle both of them.
Yes. If they can't, like I can tell right now that Mercy is done with that man.
Of course.
Because Dr. Akinta, you're trying to invite them to mediation, and she has not answered him. So she know what she has seen, and she's done. She's what we can call it agidi, coconut head, or whatever, but she's done. She's saying the court. Okay. That's fine. She's saying it's in court. Let the court handle it. Yeah. You know, I thought she already did too much with the video. It's too much.
Yeah.
I calling mediation and then shooting a video and putting it on social media. I don't agree with that. Why do you need to put that on social media? If you have a relationship with them on a personal level, finish it behind closed doors. You don't need to put that on social media. I'm talking to Dr. Akintayo now and their method they were trying to use.
Yeah.
They didn't need to put that on social media. We're trying to call mediation. Why? They don't owe us any explanation. They really don't.
Yes.
You know, the only reason why people jump out into this internet street to do explanation is because they are trying to manipulate the narrative. They're trying to take the shortcut.
Yeah. And again, because of the stakes of this is Christian thing, all the churches are involved, the members that pay tithe. This is a lot of money.
Yeah, all
different conversation.
They even brought Pastor Chris into it today.
Yeah. So it's not as small as both of them think it is. No, it is not. Especially that you keep saying body of Christ. Now you are calling all of us into it. Because we all, identify with body of Christ.
Yep. This one is trying to be another very dark man. Oh. This radio guard guy.
Oh, that one is so stupid. More stupid than VDM. Oh, God. Why is he always facing the wall, though?
Who knows? It's like asking. It's like asking why is VeryDarkMan always sitting in the house with a dark background
and pure water.
Yeah, they do something stupid, hoping to gain some clout from it. Congratulations to Yabo Ojo's daughter. She got married.
Yes, they did. Beautiful.
And Nigerians are rightfully saying you're supposed to come to Nigeria and take a wife, not the other way around.
No, they will still do Nigerian wedding now. People will just drop their comments with that. Even if they don't want to come and do it in Nigeria, it is their life. I mean, but I believe Yabo has done for a lot of people. They would definitely do in Nigeria. That is just a small thing. It's like, to honor the husband's family as well, that our son is getting married.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
all the people that attended that one would not be able to travel down to Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like in honor for their own family.
So that's to take care. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's probably in
people don't
faces.
think. Yeah.
Oh
They will
God.
still do the Nigerian one.
Oh God. Anyway,
They
check
will
this
have to
one out.
explain
Though.
everything to them before their brain pick.
So this is the whole talk about the contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Bill Real George here.
In 2017, they did a 5 years contract, but they didn't write it on a paper.
It still sounds funny. Did you hear that? In 20, let me play it again. You guys need to hear that again. I should clip that off all the way. Oh Lord. Listen, listen.
In 2017, they did a 5 years contract, but they didn't write it on a paper.
Wait. They did a 5-year contract. So me and you get on the phone.
How do you know it is a contract? How do we call it a contract if there is nothing to back it up?
No, there's verbal agreement, right? There is, I don't know if they call it verbal contract. Maybe D can help us. There is such a thing as a verbal agreement, right? It's simply not enforceable in the court of law. I don't know if it's ever enforceable in the court of law. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, D, please. I don't think so. But there is such a thing as a verbal contract. But the consent of that has to be an ongoing thing. You have to keep saying, yes, we do have a contract, because it's not documented anywhere, right? Unless it's verbal and it's recorded, it's documented on the tape or something like that, right? But this guy with his full chest is saying there's a record label contract. You know, contract.
He brought out the evidence.
It's like saying I have.
She's signing here. Look, I thought you said the guy told you all the truth. So what is? I mean, let me not jump ahead of.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. So imagine I say we have a prenup. It's verbal. We have a prenup contract. Is verbal. I can't give you any money because we're divorced now. Is that how that works? Even the one that they wrote in paper, the court sometimes will throw them out. They say it's not fair. They tear it out up. Even the one that they wrote on paper. Listen, I need to hear that again.
In 2017, they did a 5 years contract, but they didn't write it on a paper.
How can you do a contract without writing it on paper? Was it a word of mouth contract? How do you do a contract for 5 years and you don't write it on paper? Does it make sense? Let me listen to you again. Probably I'm misinterpreting you.
They did a 5 years contract, but they didn't write it on a paper because the record label was still growing.
But EezeeTee himself said they signed the contract in 2017. Are you being serious right now?
EezeeTee himself said they signed the contract in 17. It was Mercy CHINWO that actually brought out, said the contract they saw got cancelled, they crossed out something and they wrote 2019. And this one, in effort to try to take sides with EezeeTee, he made a mess of himself.
EezeeTee himself said they signed the contract in 2017. Why are you now saying that they didn't sign anything in 2017 because the record label was still growing? What did they sign? They were doing practice. Now, let me show you in 2017. Maybe you didn't get to do your digging very well. Please look at the screen right here. The picture you see here, I think I showed you guys. I went all the way down to the same time. She signed the contract according to her on her birthday. That is it as well here. I mean, it's very laughable. So what were they signing there? The CEO was there. Toby Godwin was there. I didn't see EezeeTee in the picture, of course, because he's Toby Godwin is the Nigerian CEO. They have other CEOs, I think, in other countries. Probably, I don't know. Please, VeryDarkMan, you need to ask EezeeTee what were they signing at this point. You need to ask EezeeTee what were they signing at this point, because even when she wrote
in 2017,
she wrote under the post, she said that she was signing to record label. What were they signing at that point? How can you jump that she signed the contract, but it was not on paper? And then, like what you're saying, does it even make logical sense to you that is talking about it? I was just wondering to myself, this young man is very, very smart. I would say, I'll give it to him. See, the post before that was him helping someone, this and this and this and this. Okay. Now, Mr. CHINWO, open comment section. Why? VDM, I follow you. But if I have to speak truth to you, I'll say it to your face. Go and ask him what were they signing there in 2017. The facts are there. If you are saying that what happened in 2019, which they changed the date to 2017, and you said it's forgery. This is a picture of when Judy K signed the same contract from the same legal firm. Odoma. Look at it there. I showed you people. I zoomed in to show you that this was a document that EezeeTee posted as what Mr. CHINWO had signed in 2019 when they changed it to 2017 on the top. But Mr. CHINWO is saying that she didn't sign that particular document. Now I see, of course, right there. Look at Mr. CHINWO standing there. Judy K was signing the same paper, the same document. Look at the weight of it, blue cover, everything. Why don't they have a picture of Mr. CHINWO signing that contract, just like how they have a picture of Judy K signing that contract? But the only picture they have of Mr. CHINWO signing a contract was over in 2017 when they gave her a car, gave her office, she wrote under the post. She said that she was signing to record label. What were they signing at that point? How can you jump that she signed the contract, but it was not on paper? And then, like what you're saying, does it even make logical sense to you that is talking about it? I was just wondering to myself, this young man is very, very smart. I would say, I'll give it to him. See, the post before that was him helping someone, this and this and this and this. Okay. Now, Mr. CHINWO, open comment section. Why? VDM, I follow you. But if I have to speak truth to you, I'll say it to your face. Go and ask him what were they signing there in 2017. The facts are there. If you are saying what said it herself with her own mouth, how come Mr. CHINWO could not make a post that she signed the contract in 2019, backdated to 2017 with the record label and all of these shenanigans you're talking about now?
Our former record label boss, EezeeTee, seized a royalty for over 1 year. It is true, but why did he do it? She was collecting gigs and she was not remitting money to the record label. And when the record label found out, they sent her this email, and it is self-explanatory that they will hold her royalties until they come together and sit down and go back to what is on the drawing board. Because why are you going back outside the record label to make money for your own self? Now, when this happened, it became a when the record label now collected money from different people that Mr. CHINWO will come and perform, Mr. CHINWO now refused, which made them started refunding money to different people. Mr. CHINWO had now written a petition with EFCC that this guy tried to take away a royalty forcefully. Now this is why it got nowhere. They blocked the guy's accounts, all his accounts in Nigeria. They now sent him invitations.
Now, Professionalism was saying that he didn't hear from EezeeTee again after they had agreed on having an independent audit.
Anyway, we get that gist there, right? So in the comments on Instablog Nigeria, you see somebody say, if waiting VDM they do, they give you joy. Please gather here. Let's appreciate him.
Oh God.
And there's 273 people that hit like on that. Let me hit it because it's giving me joy too. How many
people?
It's content. I just give you one more since it's giving me content.
How many people?
273.
It's not so much. It's not so much of a stupid people. He's not smart. George said he's smart. No, he's not.
Who said he's smart?
He's not. George, he said he's gonna give it to him. He's a smart. No, he's not.
You know, it was giving him soft landing.
Yeah, no, he's not smart. This is not smart.
The way he said, you said Mercy Chinwo only mistake is that she doesn't have the copy of the contract she signed in 2017. LOL. You can't deny she didn't take deals behind the label. You can't deny she did not arrest the label boss with EFCC. You can't deny she's trying to take a catalog from the label, which is the label's investment assets. Actually, that one is not documented anywhere. You can't deny the label withheld her royalties because they found out. You can't deny the label didn't give her room severally for amicable resolution. Bro, you sound stupid. You see? They're talking to B. George now. So that's what they end up with. They end up with abuses because VeryDarkMan, their father, have raised them to do exactly that.
Of course.
He came from that. They just rain abuses. They get attention with it. It's entertaining because it's entertaining to watch lunatic dance in the markets. But let's be clear. That's why these kind of things go viral. Okay? I'm addressing it because I want you to be able to recognize this kind of stuff when you see them. There's written and unwritten agreements. Do you know, Olodo? You see, they think it's an opportunity for them to become a sudden educator. Even though we're talking about a whole label, a record label contract. That's the stupidest shit ever. To think that you can sign a record label verbal and to completely pretend that that wasn't the conversation. The conversation is that there's a contract that's been crossed out and they changed the years on it. There's actually a written contract somewhere. But hey, he gives them power. This person, if the contract is fake, why did Mercy Chinwo agree to pay $3,500 back that she breached contract? If VDM is lying, why can't you? So it's not about if he's lying or not. It's about he's talking about stuff he doesn't know anything about. It says deny. Nobody's trying to deny anything. We don't even know what's going on. For real,
we don't know. That's it.
We don't know. That's why we said the court. Now court, this guy is trying to avoid or evade the court. He needs to allow the court to go through. It was because he kept trying to drag her for days before she answered with that video. He was actively trying to destroy her reputation online.
If he's not guilty, why didn't he want to go to court? I mean, he's the one that is still angry that the EFCC arrested him. So why don't you want to go to court and get the justice that you think you deserve? I mean, make it make sense.
Let's see if Egosa makes sense. Egosa says, this whole situation is funny. Verbal contracts do exist. However, there are several parameters it had to meet for that contract to be legally enforced. Judging from both ends, their verbal contract does not meet those standards, thereby making it null and void. If there are no papers or the proper standards put in place for a verbal contract, she's not actually signed to a record label. Hence, why she is well within her right to sign a petition against the label owner concerning seizing her royalties. Another angle. There's nothing legally binding them together, unfortunately. That's why they've taken this issue to social media, because before the law, the label owner has no legal grounds to her income and her royalties, and she just figured that out. Now, this doesn't negate the moral aspect of this situation, that is her going back on her promise agreement in 2017. It just doesn't mean he can pursue this case and win, unfortunately. I don't know. I guess it's small sense. Somebody said there's no contract binding them. Why did she quote the contract? See, now they argue with each other. How are they doing? Who noticed that since VDM entered this case, Mercy don't hide face? She never talked, actually. I think she was actually performing at Jerry's event yesterday. Over 10 Mercy bloggers versus VDM. They can still make a valid evidence to back their claims. Alright, so all that will tell you how many dumb people are on the internet. Now, this one is a skit maker. Let me see what it says. It says, my own be say, since na money they cause issues, make una give charity, make case close. After all, now for the body of Christ. Anyway, a lot of people try to bring in the idea if people should get paid. I'm going to come to your comments right now, ladies and gentlemen. Jim, let me ask you this one last question. Then we'll call it a day. Are you there? Are you there?
Okay. I quickly went to get food for my baby.
I understand, Pele. Do you think musicians should get paid in church or not?
I think they should. It is not the question of they shouldn't. They can pay them because Pastor Chris that is talking, they pay him too. They pay him on honorarium. So they feed their family. This is what they do. Like, this is professional. They dedicate their time. They have sorry if the background is from my kid.
Yeah, no problem.
This is what they do professionally. Or maybe I don't know. This is very tricky.
Go on, I got your answer. Go and take care of those babies. I will elaborate more later. But thank you for coming up, All right, so that's Jumi. Make sure you're supporting Jum on YouTube. Our username channel is called Beyond Beauty. If you guys can help me post it in the chat, that'll be nice. Thank you. All right, so let me see here. Chinye say he sure did very dark. The dark man. He loves attracting court cases. He does it intentionally. Yeah, because we saw that with him trying to drag the Falana family, right? It was obvious. You know, VeryDarkMan is clout. You can't tell me nothing, okay? So that's all it is. Just because he's helping a few people along the way. Kudos to him. Shout out to him for that. Congratulations to him and all the people he's helping. But please don't get it twisted. That's a very uneducated human being. And I'm not talking about school. Just uneducated, period. I'm not talking about English. I'm talking about just uneducated, period. And whoever has a lot to lose should be careful when you engage them, because he will make the issues messier for you. That's all that's going to happen. Okay. Now, if you're truly hungry, again, slide in his DM. He will send you 1 million naira. You can eat, you can feed your family. It's okay. And don't worry, there are people donating money, including Don Jazzy. Let's see. I hope she continues to ignore him, starve him of attention. Yeah, that will get VeryDarkMan. Don't give him attention. She was too emotional in the video, understandably so, but she should have left the pastor Jerry and not talk out of it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I should have also spelled that out more. VDM, what is your grouse against women? He was just doing shalaye just now. He said, what is the F? You're asking me, how am I supposed to know that? You told us the last time you told us what you were Fing. It doesn't sound good. What do you mean? What kind of question is that? VDM is the most stupidity I can handle. I cannot expand my stupidity tolerance bandwidth beyond VDM, please. Oh. Verbal, oral, yes. They can be enforced in limited circumstances. Okay, yes. But let me ask you this question. If somebody says, no, I did not do any verbal contract with you, can that still be enforced? Is that a possibility? Anything is possible, of course. But is that a possibility that the other party that you supposedly in a contract with, they say, I don't have any verbal contract with you. Can you enforce it still at that point? I'm thinking something, but tell me. They signed the contract on here. Being rude, Judge, it seemed like he was shocked. He's a very intelligent guy, but it seemed like he was shocked with the whole verbal, but maybe he was comparing it to a whole record label on verbal. Are you okay? So where did the paperwork come from? Why did it get cancelled out? Was that an addendum or some sort? Yeah, EezeeTee is not thinking, if he's able to think at all. So these fools that are calling being real Judge Olodo, did they not hear EezeeTee himself say they signed a 5-year contract? Yeah, that's the whole thing he's been fighting for. That's the whole thing he's been fighting for. Ingrates. People that are ungrateful, that will sign a record label and will not fulfill their promise. Nonsense. Musicians should be paid. It's their craft. Absolutely. If you want to change the name to honorarium, feel free to change the name to honorarium. But when people, the scripture talks about their gift will make ways for them, something like that. So I don't understand the manipulation in trying to manipulate people, because they also brought out, what do you call it? They brought out Daddy Gio, the other one, Pastor Chris, talking about all the people that left him after he helped them, whatever. Well, listen, people, it's sad, but people will move on sometimes. Okay, I get it can hurt if you feel like you've helped people and they paid no dues or anything. Well, it is what it is. They moved on. Just saying, So let's see. All right, so this is Jum Jum. Go follow Jum Jum, please. Okay, that's Jum Jum right there. I call her Jum Jum. D says, yes, if their conduct and other intrinsic evidence show an essential to be contractually bound. Yes, I get exactly what you're saying. Just like I would listen in beyond, tell me a little bit more. We can basically, we could probably say, okay, you're lying. You did have a verbal contract with that person, and it can be enforced, but in limited circumstances. I doubt that somebody will go to court and say, I have a verbal contract of a record label, record contract with you, including publishing, and it's verbal. I doubt that. Yeah, I don't think so. If anything, you'll be an oppressor easily. Because they could just jump out on the internet and make a lot of noise about you and say, you're an oppressor. Okay, and more than enough people will jump behind them just because of the emotions of it. Okay, I couldn't stand what Pastor Chris was saying. It was very manipulative. It was but my Pastor Chris also have a way of talking. He talked exactly like that when they were talking about his wife that left him. He was very manipulative in a lot of his rhetoric. Maybe not intentionally, but it was manipulative. How can you be unintentionally manipulative? No, I'm rounding up. Don't do me like that.
Halfway.
I'm rounding up. All right. But no, I didn't buy into it. But I really want to finish this video right here. This video.
I be senior man now because now truths are the talk. And so far as I did this internet, they don't burn anybody. Where I keep saying it. Nobody can come online to say they paid VeryDarkMan to do this.
We can go on the internet and say you're doing it purely for clout. Okay? And it's very obvious.
Where one girl can't drive me for internet, not to say, okay, yes. He fuck me, I know if he stand up.
If you are
Oh, so no girls is gonna jump out there. He's not even, he's so stupid he doesn't realize that actually paints another picture entirely. Terrible. Let me hear Binro Judge a little bit more.
looking to be a social media commentator, probably like I am over the years, I think what I'm about to share with you is the most important detail you have to know in this particular line of quote-unquote content creation. There's a big difference between investigation and analysis, so I'm going to break it down in the simplest possible way for you to.
Anyway, go check out Binro Judge. Thought he made some good points. If anybody accused me of jumping on anybody's side, that's called Oyo, because I know they shalaye. But anyway, I felt the need to engage this person that called me sir earlier on. So the person is saying I didn't do any research or anything like that. I said, okay. I said, I love you too. You know I was going to say I love you too. Some of you guys know me well. Of course I was going to say I love you too. Oh Lord. Voila. So I said I love you too. What's your actual opinion, sir? You come into a video and all you want to talk about is how they do things. And you had the audacity to watch the whole video. You watched the whole video, but then you want to teach the person who did the video why they shouldn't have done the video the way they did it. Including when there's no research at all done.
No be juju be that.
Eh?
Will you keep quiet?
You think say you did wise?
You think say they wise?
Anyway, I said I love you too, but what's your actual opinion, sir? Since you want to sir me. Also, did you look at the date the video was made? I would also want to know if you watch this full video before commenting. By the way, I generally don't respond, but occasionally I do. Every time I do, they will beat me at my own game. Because guess what somebody like that is going to go do when I say, did you even look at the date? They're going to go look at the date and tell me. The argument is not going to get anywhere. They're going to engage a need to make a point, a stupid point, that honestly, it wasn't the conversation. The conversation was, that guy was manipulative. All right? The other conversation is go to court. Everybody here in the chat, everybody said go to court. So of course he said, I watched your full video. I doubt it. I wasn't expecting him or her, I don't know, to tell me the truth. It's more likely her. More likely him, by the way. So he said timeline says 2 days ago. My opinion is that you would love to be a reliable content creator with researchable knowledge and evidence on your channel, but you can't achieve that by sharing a very shallow content like this one. So again, let's do analysis. Let's be being real judge now for a second. Okay, let's see how long was this video. I don't even recall which video this is. Concept, let me see.
453,000.
Let me see how long was this video, Seth. This is the one where this video is 8 minutes 56 seconds of somebody's life. That's 8 minutes 56 seconds of somebody's life. Let me give you guys a quick math. The average view duration of my videos, I'm telling you the numbers here now. The average view duration, okay, is 5 minutes. I want to verify that before I go show you guys. Yeah, I think it's 5 minutes. Or even less. 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Let's check average, right? When you average everybody together, you can see the screen now, right? The average is 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Okay, and somebody admitted to watching the full video, meaning somehow out of my average 4 minutes and 19 seconds, I managed to engage you. Either what I'm saying is stupid enough or intelligent enough. Somehow I'm smart enough to use my method to engage you for the full video. Just think about it. And in that same breath, you're calling it shallow content. Think about it.
Juju be that.
In that same breath, Chi said, "Oh, did you see that my long comment on Ikena's video?" I see most of the comments. We're not that big here. We have 9 people watching us live stream. What was it about Chi? I see most of the comments. I know I saw a comment you made, but I don't recall now. Well, on the Ikena video, I will see. I think I'm going to pull that up actually. Let me see. There's an Ikena video. You made a couple of comments, as a matter of fact, but we had a video here that went viral. That went absolutely not viral. The video, what really happened to Dr. Ikena, right? I'm gonna address that before I leave. So anyway, so he said very shallow content like this one. You can do more research on this topic before making this video so that your viewers can anticipate any content from you. Best believe you will come loaded. Easy has spoken a lot on this issue, and so has CHINWO and EezeeTee, but your content didn't make any insight to their previous discussions. Just more research to enrich your content and have a better informed opinion. I love you, sir. That's I love you, sir came again. All right. So if this person now, this is a very good man, by the way. If they end up in a terrible relationship or they create a terrible relationship, they'll be like, but I'm a good man. But I called you, sir. But I said I'm sorry every time I offended you. And then they'll be shocked. They won't understand what is happening to them. Anyway, I wanted to say, so did you watch the series? Because we did about 3 videos on this. But I was like, nah, let me just play with him. So I said, so you've watched this video and you have no opinion of the actual topic. I went back to my first question, which is, what is your opinion of the topic? Just on the art. So you just have opinion on just the art of research and content creation? Though I engaged you for the full video, please help me make sense of it, sir. Help me make sense of it, sir. Still on the question, sir. Looking forward to your answer, sir. No, I didn't put sir on that one. And then he came back. He came back, he said, from research, the origin of this started when CHINWO. If this person has any type of emotional intelligence left in their head, they should know that I'm playing with them at this point. Chinye said, the one that I engaged, a lady who felt they were not holding men accountable. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to come to that. I wanted to touch it earlier on. It just happened to be a free day for me, so I think I'll touch on it before we leave. I promise. So let's do an update on Dr. Ikena before we leave. Let's do that. Yep. So yep. Let's see. So let's finish this the preacher person first. So he said, from research, the origin of this started when CHINWO broke our contract. The person that asking me, well, kind of indirectly to not take side, I think that's what was shallow for him, because he probably felt I was taking sides with CHINWO. He's clearly taking sides with Easy here, right? See, when CHINWO broke our contract with Easy Concepts by not dropping a 3rd album as signed in our contract. Here's additional information for everybody that needs to know. She did not drop the 3rd album because the contract became questionable. And he was also tippy-toeing and dragging the process of doing the album out. In fact, she recorded some songs on her own. She would send it in, but the guy actually, according to Mercy CHINWO, allegedly dragged the process out because he was trying, allegedly, to punish her for basically trying to do her own thing, which is getting her own gigs, because she felt as though they were not doing things fairly at the label. The only thing she was due was to send money in if she get gigs. This is something that both of them have corroborated. So that's additional information. So why they didn't have a third album? They actually said they have songs for the third album. It just never came to fruition because it got dragged out. Because maybe somebody was trying to manipulate another person and then drag the process out. Can you picture that out and not be a lame person? Yeah, contract. What else are the nuances that will happen in real life when you are actually interacting with real human beings that you have to work with outside of the black and white of the situation? What else could you picture? Could a person drag their feet out to frustrate your life in spite of a contract? Maybe, yes. Okay. So that's additional information for you, the preacher man. The one that you clearly did not come up with. Then she started going for programs behind the label and receiving honorarium behind the label. This man that used the language honorarium is a church person who is taking sides against anybody who is charging the church money. I promise you. I can't guarantee, but I promise you. Consequently, Easy Concepts began to withhold her royalties for breach of contract. This is what has led us here. He's accusing him of withholding her royalties, and he has not denied that. He's accusing her of breaching the contract, and she has not denied that. All right, so I ended up frustrating the preacher person out in my last comment. It looks like I snuffed the life out of those fingers. So I said, you must have done your research in our videos. You repeated everything we covered and still have no personal opinion. My video is a personal opinion. My opinion is that EezeeTee conducts bad business, evident by crossing out dates on contracts. It has nothing to do with the guilt or innocence of Mercy. Thanks for watching though. Anyway, I just thought you guys would like to see that. It's yeah, he also wanted to extend a verbal contract to 12 years. I said, no be juju be that.
No be juju be that.
All right, so I'll be right back. Let's do some quick update on hopefully it'll be very quick on Dr. Ikena. Yes, I'll be right back.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.